I'd like to introduce Lloyd Frischers, the president of the Sugar Bowl Committee, to give us a little more information about the organization and its support of young student athletes in this city. Lloyd grew up in New Orleans, a graduate of Jesuit High School, where he played football. He earned his undergraduate and law degrees from Loyola University. He has been successfully practicing here in the city for many, many years. Lloyd?
Thank you, Ed. First of all, congratulations to all the young scholar athletes in attendance today for their hard work in the classroom, in the community, and on the football field. As Ed mentioned, people around the world recognize the Sugar Bowl as one of the premier college football events every year. However, the Sugar Bowl Committee is also very proud to play a major part in high school sports fabric of the city and state. The bowl sponsors events like today's Luncheon, but we also host a large number of games, tournaments, meets, and championships in a wide range of sports. We're also proud of our support of education in the region. The Bowl has worked closely with college football playoff to ensure millions of dollars have gone towards students, initiatives, and to fund teacher support programs in the New Orleans area. Furthermore, the Bowl provides annual scholarship assistance to deserving young men and women from our city. You'll hear more about some of those scholarships later in today's program. The Sugar Bowl Committee also takes pride in the fact that over the past decade, our endeavors have generated over $2.2 billion of economic impact for this region. I couldn't even write that amount out. From the beginning, the Sugar Bowl has been committed to the youth of the city and state, and today's luncheon is a perfect example of that. Today, we're recognizing some of the best. So, to all of you, thank you for your continued support what the Sugar Bowl is doing in this great community. Thank you.
Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you for your support. Since taking over sponsorship of the local chapter of the NFF, the Sugar Bowl has recognized over 500 outstanding scholar athletes, while distributing over $500,000 in scholarship money. And that's just one chapter of this great national organization. To speak a little more on the history of the NFF, let's introduce Michael Kristabich, the chairman of the Allstate Sugar Bowl Chapter of the National Football Foundation and College Football Hall of Fame.
Thank you. It's great to see all of you all again today, and I wish the best for all of the young athletes who are here, not because they were just great football players, not because they just did well in the classroom, but because they're leaders, and they represent their community, their schools, and their families with great dignity and with great boldness. The National Football Foundation was created 75 years ago this year. And it was created to promote the game of football and all of its best elements. Teamwork, leadership, working together for the better cause of all. So it is with great honor that I tell you, we're going to see a video about the National Football Foundation and its 75 history. It sponsors the College Football Hall of Fame. We are lucky enough to have Archie Manning, who has been a longtime chairman of the National Football Foundation. And if you get a chance, please take advantage of going to Atlanta and seeing the Hall of Fame. It is an absolute treat. So to all the administrators, families, and athletes here today, congratulations, and we honor you for your being here and everything you've accomplished to date, and look forward to your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the video screens for a little more about the National Football Foundation.
When I think about all the things about football that I appreciate more than gold or silver, football by any measure has enriched my life. I can hear the band, I can feel the rhythm, cheerleader chants, and Gatorade victory bash.
The spectacle of football on a beautiful Saturday afternoon brings people together. It builds community, and it is the source of the dreams of millions of young children on the playgrounds of America.
We all started out in our small towns with many kids who were as good or better than all of us, and we were the lucky ones.
And when you see the young men on a football field having been given that opportunity to do great things, you know that football is doing its part.
Intercollegiate football is much more than a game. Football not only teaches a man, it helps make the man.
A heartfelt thanks to the National Football Foundation for leading our sport over an astounding 7 decades. During those years, the NFF never once buckled under the weight of preserving and enriching the game of football.
Organizations such as this, with all of the prestige and influence which you bring to help establish more programs for participation by American boys and girls, young and old.
The National Football Foundation embodies people that care about the integrity of the game. We owe the generations that follow us, our student athletes, to be proud of their academic achievement.
This year, we've got a finalist, our very own Thomas Booker.
Henny is a finalist for the smartest man in college football. Let's give a round of applause for Henny.
Heck yeah, baby. Let's go. We're going to New York.
One of my dreams was to play college football and to be selected as Scholar Athlete tonight.
I'm honored to be joining the incredible people who previously received this award, and I'll do my best to uphold the legacy of everyone who's won it before me.
The game, it always shows up in the fall, when the days grow shorter, and the rains come, and our spirits need lifting.
We said all along, we can beat anybody if we don't beat ourselves. And our guys got a lot of heart.
We share intangibles that made a difference. A burning desire to succeed, to achieve, to get the job done.
I can't tell you how thrilled I am to accept the MacArthur Bowl symbolic of national championship. Courage, stamina, coordinated efficiency.
We're gonna take it tonight. We put it on the line.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
We're the ones that can look back on our college football as measure of more than yards gained, but measure of our private selves. Because in the end, the Hall of Fame's not about glory, it's about dreams.
High school football with him, frankly, when he's in the game, it's better. An outstanding coach and mentor, a man who has done so much for so many and showed so many, including me and many of us here at the media table today, what it's like to dedicate yourself and to be incredibly successful. And to present Frank Monica today is his son, Tom.
Got a cheat sheet. The over-under for all the gamblers in the audience is 45 seconds before I can make my mom cry. And then you go ahead to the official time, and Mr. Daniels is going to take all bets. When I was about to graduate from the Health Sciences Center here in New Orleans, I kind of realized that the hospital really wasn't for me. So I approached my dad about maybe getting into coaching and teaching, and he immediately said, I don't think that's a good idea. So he kind of went on and said, look, I got no job stability, the pay is terrible, you never go see your family, the hours are absolutely ridiculous, and you got to be with parents. What I figured out after being in the profession for some time now is that all of those things he mentioned to me wasn't done by every coach. And the coaches in the audience, you'll be able to appreciate this. The time, the dedication, the commitment was because he wanted to be the best in his profession. And he wanted to make sure that his players got the best, and he wanted to make sure that his coaches got the best in film. That admiration that he received from the players is what drove this man to be successful. That drive and passion he displayed now has all 4 of his children in education. One quick story. A few years ago, we were playing Central Baton Rouge in football on a Friday night. And I looked over during the first quarter, and I see my dad bent over. And he started sipping on a bottle of water, which he never did. So I went over to him and I said, what's wrong? And of course, being a stubborn individual that he is, he said, nothing's going on. I said, don't lie to me. I could see a look in his eye. He was hunched over. And then he finally came up and told me, I'm having chest pains. And I said, well, did you take your nitroglycerin? He said, yeah, I did that already. I said, how many did you take? He said, 2 many. So I went and get the team doctor. I brought him over. He said it was fine. You know, that went on. And then I look over in the second quarter, and this guy is on all 4s calling plays in the second quarter. Okay? And that type of passion and resiliency is what his players and his coaching staff saw in him every single day. So I could stand up here all day and I could talk about his accomplishments and tell you a million stories for 50 years in the profession, 300 plus wins, state championships in multiple sports, LHSA Hall of Fame member, but it's the relationships that were created that make this man who he is. The respect he earned from players and coaches and even referees is the reason we are here today. He has touched many lives over the years in the profession and deserves all the credit in the world for what he did for young men and the sport of football. It's my honor and privilege to introduce to you the LHSA Hall of Fame coach himself, my father, a friend, my idol, and my recently formed hunting buddy, Frank Manning.
Thank you very much. With all those pictures, good thing I wore all my teeth. Thank you, Mr. Benning, for the invitation. I had an aunt that was such a bad cook that he used to pray after we ate. First of all, let me get the congratulate all the recipients of the award from the Sugar Bowl tonight, and congratulations to the coaches who got them here, and all the families naturally. There's a lot of thank yous I want to get out of the way. There's a lot of people that are responsible for this, especially the Sugar Bowl committee. Thank you so much for lowering your stance for having me here. Also, my good friend, being on the podium, my good friend, Rowe Brown. I want to speak before him because he could speak longer than set of my cars last. So, but thank you, congratulations to you. I want to also thank my former college head coach that I had a chance to tutoring the coach with, assistant coaches, administrators, and former players, and that's what it's all about. And naturally, my family, I grew up with a big family, I didn't know that the other part of the chicken besides the gravy until I was 20 years old, and a lot of those here today. I got my 2 sisters, my brother-in-law, my brother, my daughter who played, and my 2 sons who had 2 state championships themselves, and a nephew who's not here. They all three have had championships of their own. And my lovely wife, my best friend, first wife, by the way, my best friend. And tomorrow morning we'll be having 13 grandkids. I won't ever marry another woman with 13 grandkids. So, but thanks again, and thanks to all the media. Appreciate how nice you've been over the years, the fans, and even some of the referees that contributed heavily to my early retirement. You know, out of the hair. You know, they say, and just a couple of things. I'll move on because there are more important people that have to be introduced. They say that a coach touches 20,000 people throughout his career, and coaching to me was never about trophies on the wall, about plaques, about personal recognition. It was about, about teaching young men a value system based on discipline, fundamental relationships, and telling them about God, that He doesn't grade on the curve, and also never take the eyes off the cross. It was all about that. It was always about accepting nothing but their best effort and on and off the field. And how do you do that? Well, you do that, and I'll give you 2 actions I'd like to live on. One, you don't widen home plate. And you say, Coach, what do you mean by that? Well, in Little League Baseball, home plate is 17 inches. I mean, even Ken Trahan knew that. In high school baseball, home plate is 17 inches. In college baseball, home plate is 17 inches. In Major League Baseball, home plate is still 17 inches. You don't widen home plate with your moral value system. And we see it every day. We see it in government. We see it in the churches nowadays. We see it in our schools. And we've taken our standards and our values and we widen home plate. And I refuse to do that. And the second action I'd like to require is that one person can make a difference. One person can make a difference in someone's life. And I've just hoped throughout my career that somewhere along the line I touched enough people to make a difference somewhere. You know, they say that 211 degrees, water is just hot. At 212 degrees, it boils. At 212 degrees, when it boils, it creates steam. And steam can move a 50-ton locomotive. One person and one thing can make a big, big difference. And lastly, and not least, there are 2 actually quotes that I like to live by. One was Mother Teresa. She said, I cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create many ripples. And Erwin Bombeck also said, and this I guess encapsulates everything about my life. When I stand before the Lord at the end of my life, I can only hope that I will not have a single bit of talent left. And I can say, I used everything you gave me. I thank you so much about all the kudos that we've had over the years and recognition. But remember one thing, it was always about the game. It was always the game of football, number 1. It's always about the game. Thank you so much and congratulations to all. And thank you all for having me.
So congratulations go to all deserving, one of the greatest. To present our Distinguished American Award to Mr. Rowe Brown is our colleague from WWL TV, Doug Luton. Douglas?
Thank you for having me here. If you had called me 2 months ago and said, we want to give Rowe Brown an award, what award should we give him? I would have said, how about the Great Human Award? Because that would be the award, as far as I could come up with, that best fit Rowe. This is a better worded version of that. The Distinguished American Award, and Rowe is perfect for it. Look, I think everybody in this room knows Rowe from his years at WDSU. He's covered New Orleans sports for more than 40 years. He's a pioneer, the first African-American doing sports on TV in New Orleans. I met Rowe in 1987. I was an intern at WDSU. Under Rowe, Ed Daniels was there. Buddy Diliberto was the sports director. Vince Marinello was there at the time. It was quite an education for a wide-eyed kid from New Orleans East. And because of the shift that I worked, I would often go out with Rowe on his story that day. And in the year and a half that I was there, 2 things that I noticed most about Rowe, which takes about 5 minutes to notice, and 2 things that I've taken away since then from Rowe. One, he was meticulously prepared. If there's a more encyclopedic knowledge of New Orleans sports history than Rowe, in 35 years of doing this, I haven't met that person. Rowe knows New Orleans history, he knows the people, the events, the significance, what they mean. So when we showed up on a story, Rowe was always 100% prepared and ready in a way that's a good lesson for a kid trying to learn how to do a job. Rowe was never unprepared. But it was much more than that. It was more about who Rowe was that struck me as a person. Rowe has the most easy, engaging personality. He puts people at ease in a way like so few humans that I've ever met. So when we could show up at a place, if you've known Rowe for about 8 minutes, you would consider him your friend. That's about how long it takes. So we would show up at places and coaches would greet Rowe in a different way than they would greet almost anybody else. It was a handshake, but often a hug. Rowe would win people over just by being who he was. And it was amazing to watch. There's no ego with Rowe. There's no phoniness with Rowe. And honestly, from doing the job, I think it helped him do the job better because people were happy to see him. They were more relaxed with him. He would get better answers to questions because they felt comfortable with him. They trusted him. Rowe did this job at the highest level. I mean, at the highest level. He's in the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. That's all I need to say. Nobody did this job better than Rowe. But as great as he was as a sports journalist, he is an infinitely better human being. One of the great people that I've ever had the privilege of being around, and you guys picked a great name for the award. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome the Distinguished American Award to my friend, Rowe Brown.
Thank you, Doug. Only reason why I asked Doug Luton to introduce me is because when Miles Clemens asked me for the name of someone, I happened to be looking at my phone, and it was an old text from him. So I called him, I texted him back and said, Doug Luton. But thank you for those nice words. And thank you to the Sugar Bowl and the National Football Foundation Hall of Fame for honoring me. I'm always really uncomfortable with this kind of stuff because I just never thought people were looking at what I did. Congratulations to you, Frank Lloyd. One of the craziest people I've ever met. I love the man. One of the craziest people I've ever met in my life, and one of the absolute best football coaches at any level that I've ever seen. So congratulations to you. And congratulations to the young people who are being honored. Scholar athletes. Yeah. Forget about Frank Lloyd and Rowe Brown. Give them a hand. Real quickly, scholar athletes, wherever you are, raise your hand if you've ever heard of my favorite scholar athlete of all time. Anybody familiar with the name Paul Robeson? Raise your hand if you are a scholar athlete. Paul Robeson. Good. Go by. Okay. He graduated from college 103 years ago. 1919. Two-time consensus All-American football player at Rutgers. Valedictorian of his graduating class in 1919. Played in the NFL before it was called the NFL. Played for the Akron Pros because he felt he needed something to do to earn a little money while he was at Columbia University Law School, which he graduated from and never practiced law. He went on to become, at that time, the biggest star of stage and as an entertainer and in movies. He was very active. He was very active in civil and human rights around the world. He was known all around the world. Now, just tell me a little bit about him, because you being scholar athletes, I expect you to be able to go find out some more about him yourselves after I finish. But it would take a long time to tell you about his whole life, but that's what you are. When you're a scholar athlete, it's special, it's different than being just a scholar. First of all, because most people don't think you should be a scholar. It's kind of an unwritten thing in everybody's mind that you're either an athlete or you're a scholar. You are both. That makes you special. So because you are special, you should do what Paul Robeson did with his life. Help other people. I was nothing, and I say this in all honesty, we're nothing but sportscasters. Okay, I always tell people, they paid me to do my hobby. I didn't work for it. Teachers work. Okay, people you see out digging ditches, they work. I didn't work for it. They paid me to do my hobby. But even in that insignificant job that I had, I felt like I had to help people. If I wasn't helping people, being of service to someone else, there was no reason to do it. So as scholar athletes, before I sit down, understand you're special and you're doing special things, but make sure that you use the fact that you are a scholar athlete. Make sure you use that to help other people, like Paul Robeson did, at his own personal expense. I'm not saying you need to do that. That's what he did. But make sure that you are helping other people. Thank you to the National Football Foundation of College Football Hall of Fame. Thank you to the Allstate Sugar Bowl, which is an important organization in my life, because I, native New Orleans, and thank you very much.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to recognize our scholar athletes. And the man who does that each and every year is, of course, Archie Manning, a resident of New Orleans, a Sugar Bowl committee member, a member of the College Football Hall of Fame, and the chairman of the National Football Foundation. And I think I'm old enough, I don't know if I'm smart enough to say this, but without a doubt, one of the best 5 or 6 players, gentlemen, to ever play in the Southeastern Conference. A great player and a great individual, and he does this every year. We're glad that he does that for you and for us. Please welcome Archie Manning.
Thank you, Ed. And my congratulations to my 2 really close friends, Frank and Rowe. Well deserved. Thank you very much. It's a tremendous honor for me to have the opportunity each year to recognize these great young athletes for all their work, as we've said, on and off the field. Before I get into the presentations, I'd like to say a few words about the National Football Foundation video that we watched before lunch. I believe there were some great messages in that video, and messages that apply to all of us. Sugar Bowl scholarship. I'm part of the committee that reads through these essays each year and the qualifications in order to select these winners. One of the essays had this line: "With confidence and determination, I scored the game-winning touchdown. It was a scene straight out of my childhood dreams, but this time it counted." That's something that football can do. It can help you realize your dreams. You may not score the game-winning touchdown, You may not get a scholarship to play in college. You may not get to be the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints, but you will learn life lessons that will help you realize dreams far beyond the football field. So we're here to honor young men who have been great football players, but more importantly, even at this young age, they understand that excellence off the field is imperative. I truly believe these young athletes have all learned lessons from football that will give them the opportunity to succeed in all aspects of their lives. This group sitting here includes stars at every position on the field, but they are also stars in the classroom and in the community. As they move ahead, they're going to have the opportunity to build on lessons of football and will hopefully one day be leaders of our city, our state, and our country. So congratulations. Please keep up the good work. Now let's meet our scholar athletes. I'll call your name. Please stand at your table. Anquan Milton, Archbishop Rummel High School. Defensive end, 3.93. Patrick Taylor Scholar, National Society of High School Scholars, Louisiana Tech University Merit Scholarship. 3-year letterman, team captain, helped the team 2019 state championship, also lettered track and baseball. Will be attending Louisiana Tech University, Anquan Milton from Rummel. Ernest Tapia, Jr., Archbishop Shaw High School. Defensive end, 4.61 GPA, 26 ACT, National Honor Society, Science Honor Society, 4.0 grade point average or higher throughout high school, literary rally. 4-year letterman and starter, team captain, academic All-State, and also lettered in wrestling. Student ambassador, peer minister, student government. Will be attending Notre Dame. That's Ernest Tapia from Shaw. At Brother Martin High School, we have Austin Roberts, an outside linebacker, 3.65, 27 ACT, 4-year Alpha Honor Roll, 4-year letterman, 3-year starter, All District, All Metro, Clarendon Herald Elite Defensive Team MVP. Cheerleader, powerlifting, summer job at Pelican Ice. Austin is undecided about his college. At first, I thought we had a first year. At first, he was considering a cheerleading scholarship to Central Florida, but now he was undecided. But that's Austin Roberts from Brother Martin High School. Jonathan Talbert from East Jefferson High School. Linebacker and running back, 4.5 GPA, 28 ACT, ranked #1 in his class. East Jefferson Student of the Year, finalist of Jefferson Parish High School Student of the Year, academic All-State and National Honor Society. 2-year letterman after transferring, 2-time team captain, defensive team MVP, All-District Coaches Award, won the hardest worker and the highest team GPA. Weighing multiple options, but still undecided. That's Javian Talbert from East Jefferson High School. Andrew Green, Eleanor McMahon Secondary School, linebacker, 3.89 GPA, honor roll, National Honor Society, student leadership, 3-year letterman, starter linebacker, 2-time team defensive captain, team defensive MVP, 2-time All-District. Student leadership at McMahon. Will be attending LSU. Andrew Green from McMahon. From Fountainblue High School, Alex Smith, center defensive tackle, 3.29 GPA, honor roll, 2021 Fountainblue Football Scholar Athlete Award, 3-year letterman, 2-year team captain, team MVP, 2-time All-District, Football Pride Award, Rowe Brown Memorial Leadership Award, Hurricane Ida Volunteer. Will be playing football at Bethel College in Kansas. That's Alex Smith down in Blue High School. Mayan Barnes, Grace King High School, running back, defensive back, 3.4 GPA, AB honor roll, 3-year letterman, 2-time team captain, team MVP, all district, FCA, undecided on college, Mayan Barnes, Grace King High School. From Holy Cross, Cole Almonte, offensive line, 4.75, 32 ACT. Academic All-State in football and wrestling. 4-year letterman, 4-year starter, 2-time team captain, all-district Butch Dewey Award, captain of the wrestling team, placed second in the 220-pound weight class at Division I state championships. Student body president, student council, will play football at the United States Merchant Marine Academy. Cole Balmonte from Holy Cross. From Isidore Newman School, Kit Bottom, a linebacker, 4.38 GPA, 32 ACT, honor roll, 3-year letterman, 3-year starter, defensive MVP, all district, all metro, team captain for lacrosse, all state in lacrosse, president of the coding club, finance club, robotics team, community service with giving machines. Will be attending Wisconsin. That's Kid Bottom from Newman. Jesuit High School, Caleb Collins, cornerback, wide receiver, 4.29 GPA, 32 ACT, National Honor Society, top honor roll award for each quarter of every year at Jesuit, Posse Scholarship Honors. 2-year letterman, team captain, at Jesuit State Championship appearance for the first time since 2014. Big brother, Jesuit Men of Color, Chevron Future Leader, Good Shepherd School volunteer. Will be attending Tuskegee University. That's Caleb Fowler from Jesuit. John Ehret High School, Co-Ruth Wilson, a defensive lineman, 3.5 GPA, made an honor roll all 4 years, 3-year letterman, team captain, 3-year starter on the defensive line, 2-time all-district. Will be attending Northwestern State University, Co-Ruth Wilson from John Ehret. W. Higgins High School, George Reyes, quarterback, wide receiver, kick returner, defensive back, 3.96 GPA, honor roll all 4 years, National Honor Society, top 15 in his class, 4-year letterman, team MVP, offensive MVP, all district receiver 2 years before moving to quarterback as a senior. Youth sports volunteer. Will be attending the University of New Orleans, George Reyes from Higgins High School. Also from Higgins High School, Solon Scott, running back, 3.5 GPA. Honor roll, dental assistant certification, 3-year letterman, team captain, all district, West Bank outstanding player, toy drive, concessions, leadership class. Will be attending Louisiana Christian University, Solon Scott from Higgins. Megan Geddes, Lakeshore High School, kicker, 4.20 GPA, National Honor Society, honor roll every year in high school, 3-year letter winner, 3-time all-district honorable mention, school records for the most PAT kicks in a season, 78, and a career, 154. First female to kick a field goal and first female to score a 2-point conversion in school history. Also lettered in soccer, Miracle League FCA. Will play soccer at the University of South Carolina, Aiken. Megan Geddes. From Lakeshore High School, Jaden McCall, quarterback, 4.2 GPA, honor roll every year in high school. Two-year letterman after transferring to Lakeshore. Team captain, district offensive MVP in 21. First team all-district quarterback, all-district punter. Team MVP, leadership council. He also lettered in baseball. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Undecided thus far in school, Jay McCall from Lakeshore High School. From Blusher High School, we have Evan Weller. Offensive line, 3.79, 12-10 on his SAT. Honor roll, 4-year letterman, 4-year starter, team captain, team MVP. Also lettered in lacrosse for 3 years. Community service with VFW Post and has a job at Hanson Snow Blitz. He'll be attending Penn State. That's Evan Weller. Northway Christian, Andrew Beshenich. Running back and linebacker, 4.43, 30 on his ACT. National Honor Society, George Eastman Young Leaders Award, Patrick Taylor Foundation Scholar, National Junior Beta Club, 4-year letterman, team captain, all district, also all district in soccer. Student Council President, Student Senate, Ministry Skills, National Day of Prayer Leader, Key Club, North Shore Food Bank volunteer. Will be attending Alabama. Andrew Beshenich from North Vegas. From Pope John Paul II High School, Georgia, Aurora, a running back, 4.29, 27 ACT, National Honor Society, Principal's Honor Roll every semester for 5 years. 4-year letterman, 3-year starter quarterback before moving to running back. Set school record, over 1,700 yards, 19 touchdowns, 2-time all-district, all-parish. Also lettered in soccer and earned all-state and all-district. Student Council President. Will play football at Tulane. George Arada, Pope John Paul. Adam Gonzalez from Riverdale High School, O-lineman, 408 GPA, National Honor Society, RO, Student Leadership Summit, 3-year letterman, 3-year starter, team captain, also lettered in wrestling. ACH Achievers, Superintendent's Council, tutor for Syrian refugees. Will be attending Xavier University of Louisiana. Adam Gonzalez from Riverdale. St. Augustine High School, Javon Nicholas, wide receiver, 4.23 GPA, RO, National Honor Society, 3-year letterman, 2-time team captain, team MVP, and all district. Chair of Senior Activities, Mentorship Program, National Society, Black Engineers, will be attending LSU, Javon Nicholas from St. Augustine. I don't believe he could be with us today, but we have Grant Bilson from St. Paul's. He was a quarterback, 4.21 GPA, National Honor Society, AR Roll, 4 years, Golden Torch, academic All-State, 4-year letterman, 3-year starter quarterback, team captain, 3-time All-District, Rotary Club volunteer, Feed the Needy, National Honor Society, undecided, Grant Bilson from St. Paul's. Also from St. Paul's, Ben Knobloch, running back, 3.77, ABR roll for 4 years, National Honor Society, academic All-State, 4-year letterman, 2-time All-District, also lettered in track and field. Rotary Club volunteer, Feed the Needy, Fishing Club, and lifeguard. Will be attending Louisiana State University. Ben Knobloch from St. Paul. Also, I don't think he could attend today, but Aiden Richards from St. Paul's, defensive end, 4.32 GPA, 32 ACT, National Honor Society, Honor Roll 4 years, Golden Torch, 4-year letterman, 2-year starter, 2-time All-District, All-State County Parish. Also lettered in basketball, academic All-State, football, basketball, counselor, mentor for Corpac Special Needs, Miracle League, buddy, be attending LSU, Aiden Richards from St. Paul. From Salmon High School, Jack Gilligan, a quarterback, 3.24 GPA, 3-year veteran, team captain, Leadership Council, 2-time All-District, Offensive MVP, veteran in baseball 4 years, flag football umpire, Mardi Gras cleanup committee, undecided. That's Jack Gilligan from South. From Slidell High School, Damaj Hoffman, running back and safety, 3.40, AB honor roll, 3-year letterman, team captain, 2-time All-District, All-Star Game MVP at 21, FCA Interact Club, Foreign Language Club. Will play football at Delta State in good old Cleveland, Mississippi. Damaj Hoffman from Slidell. From West Jefferson High School, Gyro Childs, running back, 3.60 GPA, honor roll, 3-year letterman in football, 3-year team captain, 2-time All-District selection, played running back and linebacker, most outstanding offensive player, and also lettered in track and field. Junior Zulu and men of excellence. Undecided, that's Gyro Childs, West Jefferson High School. Let's have a big round of applause for the 2021 season.
Appreciate your diligence with this each and every year. At this time, allow me to again introduce Lloyd Frischers, President of the Allstate Sugar Bowl, for 5 very special presentations. Mr. Frischers.
Thank you, Archie. Thank you, Ed. Thanks for taking time to recognize each of today's heroes. I'm sure that means a lot to these student athletes and their families. While young people deserve so much credit for their effort on the football field, in the classroom, and throughout the community, I also want to take this time to thank their families, family members, coaches, teachers, teammates, and friends. Each of you deserve a share of this recognition. Before I get to this year's scholarship winners, allow me to direct your attention to the television screens one more time to see what these scholarships have meant to some of our past recipients.
Because he wants to help his dad grow the family business. Because he wants to help someone learn to walk again. And because he always wanted to serve his country.
Check it out, Mom. Looking good, right?
These are just a few of the student athletes in Louisiana awarded a college scholarship by the Allstate Sugar Bowl. Because of the character, determination, and leadership they demonstrated both on and off the field. In fact, since 2000, the Allstate Sugar Bowl has recognized more than 500 student athletes from parishes throughout Louisiana, providing more than $500,000 in scholarships.
Young men like these student athletes are the future of our city.
And whether it's because they always wanted to work in space or just raise a family of their own, we're proud to be part of their journey.
Mom, Dad, I made it.
While all 26 of our Allstate Sugar Bowl Scholar athletes represent a high level of achievement, it is our distinct honor to recognize 5 scholar athletes with scholarships based on their accomplishments and the essays they submitted. The first 4 I will introduce will receive $10,000 scholarships, and our final honoree has been chosen for the Oliver S. Dellery Jr. $20,000 scholarship. After I introduce each winner, please come to the front so we can present you your check. Our first scholar winner wrote an outstanding essay that detailed many of the challenges he faced in life. The main focus of the essay was his grandmother, who passed away in 2019. He wrote about how she encouraged him to believe in his own intelligence and to never give up on anything he believed in. Since she passed, he has done everything possible to honor her memory, succeeding on the football field, in the classroom, and in the community. From Fontainebleau High School, Alex Smith. Congratulations again, Alex. Our next winner wrote about the lessons he learned from football, specifically how to balance his time on the football field and in the classroom, where he has been a member of the honor roll in every quarter since 8th grade. He also wrote about obstacles he's faced and that by remaining strong, he learned that he can accomplish his goals while also inspiring those around him. The recipient of a $10,000 Allstate Sugar Bowl Scholarship from St. Paul, Ben Noblock.
It's not the real check, but it's advice.
I didn't mean to take it back. You will have trouble cashing that one up. Our third scholarship recipient wrote about maintaining the delicate balance that's required to succeed at a high level in both academics and athletics. He learned valuable lessons in adapting to change from football as he played for 4 different football coaches in his career. As a senior, he was a record-setting running back. He also wrote about attempting to meet the standards set by his 2 older brothers, one of whom is serving in the Marine Corps and one who is in medical school. While both brothers were selected as Allstate Sugar Bowl Scholar athletes, he will be the first member of the family to receive a $10,000 Allstate Sugar Bowl Scholarship to help him reach his goals. From Pope John Paul II High School, George Arada. Our next scholarship winner has already developed a very impressive resume at a young age. He is ranked #1 in his high school class and is a finalist to be honored as Jefferson Parish Overall Student of the Year. In his essay, he wrote that a college education is an investment in yourself and will benefit you for the rest of your life. He also mentioned his desire to be used as an example of what a student athlete can be. We are proud to honor him with a $10,000 Allstate Sugar Bowl Scholarship to continue to excel. From East Jefferson Hospital, Javon Calvin. Congratulations. Before I introduce our final scholarship recipient, I want to say a few words about one of my fellow Sugar Bowl committee members. Oliver Dellery was a longtime member of the Sugar Bowl committee. He was the youngest president of our organization back in 1996 and remained very active on a wide range of committees, helping the Sugar Bowl at the top of the college world. Oliver passed away 3 years ago, and in his memory, we now present the Oliver Dellery Scholarship on an annual basis. I would like to thank his wife, Susie, his son, Oliver III, and daughter, Charlotte, for continuing to support the Sugar Bowl organization. The second annual winner of the Oliver Dellery Scholarship focused his essay on leadership. He stressed that leadership is not just delegating to others, it's serving those who look up to you. It's learning from experience. It's influencing and impacting those around you. And it's taking initiative to go above and beyond to accomplish your goals. He has shown leadership qualities by being a star on the football field, by being a tireless volunteer worker, and by excelling in the classroom. He also learned that while leadership is challenging, it is also rewarding. He will receive another reward now in the form of a $20,000 Oliver Dellery Scholarship from Jesuit High School. Caleb Coleman.
Thank you.
Once again, congratulations to all of our honorees. You represent a bright future for our city and state, and we look forward to following your success for many years to come. And I believe Rowe Brown has challenged you to go further in leadership, and I'm sure we'll be watching your success for the rest of your young life in college athletics. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand for all our honorees today? And thank you to the Allstate Sugar Bowl for its incredible generosity. At this time, I'd like the CEO of the organization, Jeff Huntley, to please stand. Jeff, thank you so much. We appreciate all of you for being here today. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us. Have a great day.